What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Parasaurolophus. That is a lot of stuff to say for what is just... I'm excited to finally have a Parasaurolophus from the Mattel Jurassic World line, so that is pretty neat. It is a nice sized figure, and it is the Dual Attack line, which is pretty much the replacement for the Rorivores figures. It's at the same price point, that $15 price point. And instead of the roaring function, they actually just have two different attacks, which on this is more of like a, I'm going to eat plants, and then if it comes to it, I'll bash it with my tail. So, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Not a problem. But anyway, you do get a Parasaurolophus, which is really, really neat. So yeah, checking out the package, you can see the nice Dino Rivals packaging. Rexy, Trikey, and Pratty. So on the back, we can see the dual strikes. It's got a head strike, which doesn't seem safe or wise to me for this animal. It feels like it would just break its horn, and that would be a really bad day, especially if it's going to bash a Styracosaurus in the head. That is silly. Also, this image is a little silly because they actually did have the Styracosaurus in the store, but I ran out of money. But it's not nearly that big. It is way smaller. It's like this big. So it's not bashing that at all. And then, of course, the tail strike comes with a collector card, which is neat. And of course, we have the other dual strike figures, Triceratops, which again I didn't pick up because I ran out of money. And the Concavinator, which I did pick up because it's a new mold and it's neat and I like it and I need it. So let's check out the barcode. Check that out really quickly so you guys can find these yourself. And let's get this review going. Alright guys, so here we have the Dual Attack Parasaurolophus. And yeah, so honestly, I'm a little bit torn on this figure. I do want to show it off really quickly. You can see, nice sculpting job, as always, by Mattel. They've done a really nice job here overall. You can see paintwork is okay. I'm not really blown away by it. To be honest with you, this compared to, say, like the Albertosaurus, just seems a little flat, in my opinion, honestly. And I know the Albertosaurus is a carnivore and has like all the spikes and stuff all along his body, but this, I don't know, just something seems a little off. Aside from the fact that it's definitely a little bit on the small side for a Parasaur. I'll just show off really quickly, just do size comparison with Ellie here. The Parasaur should be probably at least that much taller in the position that it's in, I would say. And I'm not a professional, but I know dinosaurs at least a little bit, and I would say this is a little bit on the small side for a Parasaur. But honestly, do you know what this figure reminds me of? And some of you, most of you, probably would even be too young to remember this toy line, but like the Play School dinosaurs from way back in the day, that's what this kind of reminds me of. So, I mean, overall, not bad. I'm happy with it overall, but I just feel it might be missing something here. Anyway, let's get into the, I guess, meat and potatoes of the review, other than just my little rant. So, as you can see, we do have some nice sculpting here. We got some little bumps all along the spine of this dino. Big, chunky feet, which is fine. And while we're at the feet, let's go ahead and do the DNA code, if you guys want to add this to your Jurassic Facts app. So there you go. We do have the arms, or the forelegs, in this kind of weird position. I don't really particularly like this position that, when Mattel does this with a lot of their other figures, where you've got one leg or arm posed in a certain way and the other one's posed in a completely different way. It kind of limits your options as to exactly how this can be played with and displayed. Like, I'm not really keen on, this limb. I'd rather they just both be like this, and then you could, just have it go up or down as you want. But now it's like permanently like trying to, I don't know, trying to play a slot machine or something. I don't know. I'm losing my brain, guys. I'm so sorry. So yeah, no, you got that going on. But on the bright side, you do get the outer flaps. So so that's going on. That's cool, man. The legs also rotate all the way around if you so desire, so that's pretty cool. And they do have that soft locking position that tells you where they kind of want to be in order to successfully pose your dinosaur in an upright and locked position. The head is also on a swivel of some description. You can kind of see it, like just in there you could see the joint, but just because of the head crest, it does get in the way of a lot of those poses, so it's a little bit hard to actually get that neck straightened out or get that head in a flattened position, which I guess it doesn't really have to be, but the head does rotate around this way, so that's pretty cool. Got that going on. And the tail is jointed, but it's for the gimmick, so there's not really too much else to say about that. Speaking of the gimmick, let's talk about that. So we do have dual attack. So there are two different buttons here, one here and one here, and the one in front actually activates the head mechanism, which is meant to be a head bash on the packaging, but honestly, that's a parasaur eating vegetation movement is what that is. So, I mean, and I'm fine with that. It's a parasaur, that's what it does. But, yeah. I mean, to call it an attack is a little pushing it, you know what I'm saying? But it's fine. I have no problem with the fact that it does that. I just think it's funny. And the rear button here activates the tail whack. And it's kind of a... I mean, it's a decent tail whack. You get something going on that. The only problem is, like, the tail is free floating otherwise, so a lot of the time it'll, like, just kind of wander to a position where if you push the button, it's only moving like a centimeter or so. I really want a nice big swing on it, so as the parasaur could be like, yo, I don't know you, that's my purse, get out of here, that's not your dog, get away. And it just, you know, it's a little muted, if I may say so. But overall, it's a cool parasaur, more or less. You know, it's not perfect. There are things about it that I would maybe like to change, or maybe just not really digging on as much. But overall, I'm just happy to have like an herbivore in this line that's not a Triceratops or a Stegosaurus. A little bit more unusual, if you will. So I'm really looking forward to what other herbivores they actually have coming out for this toy line, and the Parasaur is a nice gateway into that. And who knows? I mean, they'll probably make another Parasaur for some other line, and you know, hopefully it'll be a little bit bigger, a little more something. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. So tell me what you think in the comments. Be polite, otherwise I'll just ignore you. But let me know what you think about this Parasaurolophus and its many stripes. But in the meantime, that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be back with more Jurassic World stuff soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.